All right, there we go. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy, crazy beginning to a crazy week. I'm sure we had such an amazing week last week. Everybody, I feel like, is in explosive growth mode. I know I am. I know my team is. The weekend, how exciting was that? The weekend was off the chain exciting. And now we're into another week of, I know, crazy excitement. So I'm Starla Scribner. I'm a 200K in Granbury, Texas. Been thriving 8.5 years. I will tell y'all from my perspective, things are happening now that have never been done before. Things are coming that have never been done before. I won't say the momentum is here like it's never been before, because there's always ebbs and flows in this business. But I will tell you, the excitement that we've got created right now is probably one of the best and most exciting times in my history with LaBelle. So if I told my team last week, I have a fire in my belly, and that's what I feel like. Like, I just have this fire in my belly, and if you're not feeling it, then you're doing something wrong. I think I actually said you're in a coma, and that's really what I feel like. So you guys should get excited if you're not already. And then things just go explode, because your energy and your excitement is what people feed off of. People want a part of what we have, and we have the best of the best in the business, product wise, compensation wise, community wise. I happen to agree with Paul Gravett. I'm looking at all your pictures. He always says we have the best looking people in our company. And actually, Ashley McQueen went to San Diego as my guest last weekend, and when we were leaving the airport, we left on Monday morning because we stayed and did a local in San Diego with Caitlin and Betty and Sharon, and it was super fun. But so Monday morning when we were leaving, one of the little ballet guys came over and said that he had been amazed all weekend at how good looking the people were in our company. And I was like, yes, that's what we do. We just attract attention. So you guys feed off of that, not about the looks part. I'm just kidding on that, but it is true. I just mean on the energy and excitement. People are feeding off of what you're giving them. So if you're timid or lacking confidence, or afraid to thrive loud and proud, like that's what they're feeding off of. If you're loud and proud and bold and confident in what you have and excited about how good you feel, that's when magic starts happening. So with that being said, Susan, we didn't even talk about who was going to go first, but I think I'm going to go ahead and go first, because free accounts. Y'all know Paul has been preaching that really since day one, but he's really been on a mission lately to get everyone striving for free accounts. So I was already in that mindset. Much of you know, in January, I just flipped a switch and decided I was going to start personally growing my own business and not worrying about or spending so much time trying to get my team to run with me. I had to focus on personal growth. So I started in that phase. Then the leadership retreat qualifications came out, which took a lot of personal momentum. And then in June, the hot summer games started. And I've been working and doing a lot of things that I don't typically do to grow my business. And it really worked in my favor when the hot summer games launched and they had the free accounts promo. And I said on day one, I'm winning that. And I worked, and I spent a lot of time in San Diego working on that as well. And then when I got home, y'all, those girls, and if either one of you are on here, props to those girls. So I had some people giving me a run for my money. Like, I had to work. I had to really kick it in gear to I kept going back and forth between first place and second. And that is a mindset. That's a mindset that I want you guys to adopt. I want you guys to feed off of the mindset that you learn from and hear from when you hear 200Ks and LaBelle millionaires speak on these Zooms. It's so easy to quit. It's so easy to give up. But when you give up, you're giving up on yourself. If I can do any of this, you can do any of this. Your mindset is what matters. I made a decision. I was going to win it. And I told everyone I'm going to win it. And when I do those things, I don't want to embarrass myself and not do what I said I was going to do. I made a commitment to myself. And I did it. I could have easily just said, you know what, second place is fine. I'm just going to go with it. But I had to kick it up a notch. So since then, I had 435 free accounts in the month, or the days, the 1st through the 15th of June. I'm going to be very honest with you guys on how I got those. And again, it had to do with my working for the several months up until June 1st. But I've had a lot of messages of people saying, okay, I need to know what you did. Okay, tell me your secrets. So Susan also has great secrets on how she helps customers start for free and gets in PPA and uses samples for that. So we're going to share lots of juicy secrets with you guys today. So for free accounts, I'm going to tell you guys the things that I normally do that I'm always working for. And then I'm going to tell you what sealed the deal and just landed me a home run the first half of this month. So first of all, customers, when you're new customers, when you're doing your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and your daily reach outs and follow-ups every day, anytime anyone ever asks a question or responds or acts interested or is commenting in stories or liking my things, and I'm doing that daily reach outs, you know, just follow up, reach outs. I know you guys are doing this every single day. Free account, always. If they ask a question and want more information, they immediately get a free account. It's so easy to just let that slide and be like, oh my gosh, they're asking, okay, I'm going to invite them to Lavelle and I'm going to add them to our customer group and I'm going to put them in a three-way call and a three-way chat, or oh, they want a sample, I'm going to shoot them out a sample, but you never got the free account. So I get free accounts almost daily, maybe just one a day, maybe one every 3 days, but I'm working on free accounts all the time. I'm going to say this has happened to me before too. If you're not very organized and writing these things down, how many messages do you have going on in Messenger? How many times have people been like, maybe not a hot lead, maybe more of a cold lead, and maybe you reached out to them about it and they're like, well, yeah, I'm kind of okay with that, but, or yeah, maybe I need some more energy, but I really think I'm doing good. So maybe they're not like acting real excited and you say, shoot me your email, I'll set you up an account, but then you're busy, you're running out the door, you're taking the kids wherever, you go on vacation, you come back, you have these people ready to order and you totally forget about that person. So comb through, I know that sounds silly, but if you are working this all the time, comb back through your Messenger. Comb back through and see who actually gave you emails that you haven't set up that account yet. That's one thing I first and foremost did. Your customers already thriving with you or that have thrived with you, whether it's been in the last year or the last 6 months or the last month. I've really been pushing hard for Auto Elite lately. So I have a lot of current customers, and part of the way that I have earned Auto Elite is helping my customers start for free, but they don't all have 2 referrals. Some of them just have 1. So reaching out to them for referrals also gets you free accounts. All they have to do is shoot over a phone number and email, connect you with them on Messenger. You get them in a three-way chat, put them through the funnel. There are more free accounts. These are just the basic things we do daily. But sometimes we get super excited about getting someone thriving. We don't think to ask them, for who can you send me? You don't have to do the work. I will do it. You'll get credit for it, but those are free accounts. Those are new thrivers coming for you. Posts and sampling. I am not a product of a sample. Sheila Fasoni never offered me a sample. I ordered a promoter pack right out of the gates. It took me a couple months to do that, but she, in all those times, 2 months of messaging me, she never offered me a sample. Therefore, I don't offer samples a lot. But you can bet during the first 2 weeks of this month, I certainly did. I put sample posts up. I was offering samples. I put my link on some of those sample posts, and then some of them I did not. I actually did get a couple sample requests from my link that I had posted in my stories. Only in my stories is where I put my link. I never post my link. It's in my bio on my social media, but I never post it in a post because I prefer people to come to me one-on-one rather than go into a link. But the sample requests that came in, you get their email and phone number. So those, I went and created a free account. And then I reached out to them to start a conversation to make sure they were going to take it correctly and take it seriously. But those were more free accounts. That's something I do not typically do. I don't offer samples a lot. Unless it's someone I've been following up with for a while and I just can't get them to pull the trigger, and then I'll offer the samples. I know a lot of people have great, I'm not telling you guys not to offer samples. I'm telling you guys, in the first couple weeks of this month, these are things I did differently to get even more free accounts. So that's something that I changed in my business to help me reach my goal. Okay, post. When I was on the top part of the leaderboard, but you can do a similar post even without that. I actually posted that I was in a contest and I kept going back and forth between first and second place. Please help me out. That is the one time I actually posted my link in my post on social media, because I wanted them to be able to just click it and go create their free account. I was busy creating other free accounts and I did not want to have to start playing with Messenger or a bunch of comments. I posted the link and wanted them to go create it themselves. And they did. I had several people. I had people that I'd reached out to about Thrive that was not interested because they just wanted to help me out. And since then, I reached out to them and said, hey, as a thank you, I'd love to send you a sample or some samples, I even said, because if they weren't interested in 3 steps, I would send them samples of others if they want it. And I had a couple of people, one in particular, that just said, girl, I just wanted to help you out. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, okay, I've reached out to her before. She's not interested, but she got me a free account. She's going to be watching, and now she's going to be getting all those emails trickling in from Lavelle every, couple of weeks. So that was another way. But here's the big ticket item. This is what you guys want to know. Vendor events. I get out of my house. I plan locals all the time. If you guys have watched me for any part of my journey, I built my business on local events with my team. I go where they invite me. If someone asks me to come, I don't care what state they're in, I'm there. But out of my comfort zone that I do not love to do, but it has brought magic to my business as well, is vendor events. It doesn't matter if it's a little market day. It doesn't matter if it's on the square in your town. It doesn't matter if it's a huge something. What I've always said is you do not have to spend a lot of money to be able to pop up a booth at a vendor booth. Sometimes even like high school drill teams will do a fundraiser, and they'll have like a vendor show, like a market night or something in their gym, and all these vendors come, and then all these parents come and shop. Well, they're making money from people paying for the booths. Like you can find all different kinds of things. But lately, since COVID, things are a little bit more expensive. You do, everything, but even vendor shows, you have to spend a little bit more to get your table up somewhere. So this is what I suggest. Don't spend a lot. And if you do, partner with other people. Partner with other people, whether it's your team or other leaders, and y'all split it, and then you split the contacts. So this is what I do. I have this cute little, I'll try to put it in the comments where this flyer was, but here's this little form I forward to a page, and it says you were made to thrive. They put their name, email, and phone number. And then there's a checklist that says, I'm looking for, and check all that apply. I'm looking for energy. I'm looking for improved sleep, joint support, more patience, better moods, enhanced physical performance, weight management, relief from aches and inflammation, digestive support, immune support. And then someone at a bridal expo that I went to said I needed to add stress, because I mentioned the word stress because brides are stressed. They're planning a wedding. And I said, stress, maybe you need help with stress. And she's like, oh, that's it. And it wasn't on my list. So I just told her to write it. And then when they fill out these forms, you guys, I make my own notes. I say super cute mama, or a little older commented on her knee bothering her, or bride, weddings coming quick, or looking to lose weight, or super interested, or just filled it out to win something, not really interested. I make those notes to myself on here so that later when I'm following up with all these people, I kind of know what to expect, hot lead, cold lead. So I do this at every vendor event. If you're doing a vendor event, you have to talk to people as they walk by. A lot of people just stroll through and they're just getting out of the house. Makes me think of Laura Seacrest, which I'll tell you all about in a minute. Or some people are there to actually shop, but maybe they're shopping for kids' clothes or boutique type things. They didn't know they were looking for a nutritional supplement, but you say, oh my gosh, have you ever heard of Thrive? You know, it's a hot day. I bet you're tired. And then they'll be like, oh, I am tired. I've got your answer. Come here, I'll tell you about it. You have to be open and vocal and talk to people to get them to your booth. And then you can say, we're doing a drawing. We're giving away a free prize. I like to give away a full month of the Thrive experience. You don't have to do that. You can get 50% off, or you can give a free plus line item. I usually also have the boxes of samples that Lavelle has. I now have started making a tower of those on my table. And if they order on the spot, they get a 5-day sample to take home with them for free. And we'll do a whole nother roadmap on how to do a good vendor event. But I want you guys to know, over the last 3 months, I've been doing vendor events like crazy. I have done multiple vendor events, and I had a stack of these things. I always do my drawing for a free month right away, and people that were real interested, I've been reaching out to and entering free accounts and working those leads a little bit at a time because I didn't want to overwhelm myself. But when this contest came out, I went back through and I started entering every single person who had entered to win and got all of those entered. I also had invested in a bridal expo in Austin, Texas. I took 2 of my personally enrolled promoters with me. The ones that filled out the form that day, we split them. We all gave away a free month. I still have one of my winner of that free month Thriving, second or third month, I believe. She's a teacher, she's loving it. So that was good for me right off the bat. Bridal expos tend to be a little more expensive. Sometimes they're lengthy, like 2-day events. Mine was actually a 1-day event, but what they do when you spend that kind of money to invest, and again, grab a couple of leaders. Susan's already reached out to me and say, hey, I want to do some of these events with you. So I imagine the next one we do in the DFW area, we're going to partner together and split the cost and split the leads. So if you spend extra, and again, you guys, I've been around 8.5 years and I've never done this before because of the cost. I haven't needed to. I was trying to level up, take my business to a new level. So with that one being the cost that it was, they actually, after the show was over, if we requested it, they gave us a list of all the brides who had registered for that show. So whether they came by my booth or not, they gave us the list for us to be able to reach out to. And we have all kinds of stipulations. We can't text them. We can only email them twice a month, those things like that. So I started working my list, and actually a couple of those are my sample requests. I also sent them all a bulk email through my Constant Contact or S'more or whatever you use for that, with an information about Thrive, and they could click and go create their own free account. So all of those are the things that I did. I was working my tail off the months leading into. Have you guys ever heard Jason Camper say, the work you do today doesn't pay off today? It's like a, whatever he says, 30, 60, 90-day return. I feel like that's what's happening for me now. I've been working, kicked it in gear January. And now I'm really reaping the rewards. I'm in my 3rd month of consecutive Auto Elite. I've got all these free accounts. I've got a whole bunch of new samplers. I've got a whole bunch of new thrivers. I've got people referring to get theirs for free. We now have a trip qualification that come out, and I am already on fire. So if you start today, know that even if it doesn't pay off today, that consistent activity will start paying off in the days and weeks and months to follow. So that's it. I don't feel like any of that is a secret, but everybody wanted to know my secret. So the last thing I'll say before turning it over to Susan is, when you do a vendor event, I do not recommend that you hold on to all of these free accounts. Don't hold out and wait for another contest like this. For me, it just happened that way, that I had a bunch more still to enter. I've been entering them and I've been working them a few at a time so that I didn't get overwhelmed. Now I'm overwhelmed because I have 435 new accounts that I've got to go start dripping on even more, because they're starting to get the emails from Lavelle now and not just me. So that's my tip. Don't ever, ever, ever wait. When you have a lead, jump on it now. And at a vendor event, you may get 20 people fill this thing out. You may get 200 people fill this thing out. Whatever you get is worth it. It's worth the time. It's worth the effort. Let me tell you my Laura Seeker story real quick. If you guys don't know her, she's amazing. She's in Georgia, 200K. Personally enrolled to me. I met her in San Antonio on a hot August day. I had popped up a vendor booth. My husband Josh and my daughter Spring were with me, and it was so hot in Texas in August. And Laura walks by with her 3 kids, and she had one in the stroller and 2 running around. They were all hot and sweaty. She was yelling at them. I'm pretty sure she said one had a sucker in his hair. And, you know, she went by and we're like, hey, have you heard of Thrive? And she was like, no thanks. You know, she was just getting the kids out of the house. She kept going and we yelled, tired mamas need Thrive. And she put on the brakes. I'll never forget it. I can see it in my head right now. She backed up with that stroller and came and listened because she was a tired mama. We slapped a patch on her that day. I think it was friended her on Facebook, told her all the things. She was super fit and healthy. If you've ever heard her story, the supplement part was not what she was interested in. It was the financial part that was interesting her, because they were living paycheck to paycheck. She needed help financially. And by Monday, she had reached out to me. We created a free account, got her on a three-way call. I invited her to a local. She came to the local. By the time she was leaving that night, she ordered a $400 pack, went VIP 800, VIP 1600, 4K, 12K, all the things. She is my only personally enrolled Lavelle millionaire. And she was a stranger to me that I met at a vendor event long, long, long ago. And even after all these years, I still do not like vendor events, but it's worth it. It only takes one. I feel like she changed my life and I changed hers. And I'm forever grateful for that day and that one event. So whether it's for free accounts or new orders, or, you know, people to lock arms with you and become your very best friends and grow this business with you, it is worth it. All right, Susan, share your magic with us.
Okay. So I'm going to show y'all something real quick. This is like a sample tracker. I just sent it to Starla in her Messenger. So if you're friends with me or her on Messenger, just if you want the sample tracker, grab it. So here's the deal. I used to send out like 30 to 50 samples a month. I got overwhelmed by it. I didn't do the follow-up correctly. I totally would drop the ball and I failed and I wasted a lot of money, right? So that definitely did not work for me. So I decided that I was not going to send out more than that unless it was like some big crazy contest like this. And then I was just going to have to tell myself, you're going to have to stay on top of it. There is no doubt about it. You have to stay on top of it or you are just wasting your money. So, and we're about to launch a big sample blitz within my team around the Dallas-Fort Worth area, because there is a big regional event in Dallas-Fort Worth in August. So if I can get people started on a sample within the next 2 weeks, and then I can lead that into an order, then I can lead that into a second order, then maybe possibly I can get them to come to that event. Maybe they'll flip to promoter, whatever, or they'll just share their story. But I've got to figure out a way to stay on top of those things. And Starla, I don't know if you can see that thing that I just sent to you, if maybe you want to share the screen so people can see what I'm talking about. But basically, I just created it off of Canva, nothing fancy. I have a little picture of a sample and it's got the month up there. And if Starla can pull it up, then that'll work. But basically, I just put the sampler's name. And then I say, did I send the sample? Check. Did I create a three-way chat? Check. Did they receive their sample? Check. Did I add them to my customer group? Check. Did I send them my instruction video? I have my own instruction video that tells them how to do that. Check. Did I send them a follow-up? Check. Did I get an order in? Check. Those are what I thought were the top things that I needed to do. It's basically the funnel, but I needed to be able to fill in those circles. I mean, literally one day, y'all, we discovered in my boot camp that my missing link is three-way chats. Why? Because I've done this business for so long. I feel weird about it. Who am I going to attach them with? How dumb. Because if they are not in a three-way chat, they are most likely not going to order. So why is that my holdup? So you can bet it's the second task on this sheet. It is the second task. And literally the people that I zone in on that day that are going to be hooked up in all my three-way chats, they're like, oh, Susan's on it again. There she is. She must be sending out a lot of samples. My instruction video is about how they started, y'all, but then I have to follow up with them on day 1, day 2, and day 3. Why? Because I need to know that they know that I'm checking in with them, and I need them to tell me what's going on, and I need them to be excited with me. I need the person I put them in the three-way chat to be excited. All is well. Does everybody order? Nope, because I'm going to tell you, I sent a sample out in March. Which means she has a free account with me. She did the sample. She liked the sample. Nothing. I send her follow-ups. Nothing. But guess what launched this weekend? A big, huge promo, right? So she got an email from Lavelle. Actually, I did an email too. So she got an email from me. And then she got a text from me because I saw on the email blitz that she opened it. Okay. So she got a text from me. She never did put her order in. So guess what I sent her this morning? Hey, I'm so sorry we couldn't make that happen, but I did a personal launch of a promo today. Do you want me to send you the pricing on that? Immediately she said yes. I sent her the pricing. No, it's not as good as yesterday, but okay. She ordered right on the spot. So all of that, the sample did not take place. She did not order in March. I need to go back and look. I guarantee you there's 5 follow-ups at least to her to get her to order. And she finally did it today. Starla is correct that nobody gets a sample without a free account. Why? Because I need that trickle stuff happening to them, either from me. It also triggers my brain to go and look in my back office on who I need to send something to. It's fantastic. How do I get samples out? Who do I give them to? 1, I can post my link like Starla does. 2, my birthdays always get a sample. That's their biggest deal. And I can put the verbiage all in here if you need me to. Actually, I'll just do that. I don't know if I can copy and paste. We were having a few little issues with that the other day. I don't know if y'all saw that. But my birthdays always get them. And then here's the biggest one that I do. Y'all are about to see it. Hold on just a second. I'm popping the birthday one in here. Do my birthdays get a free sample? Yes. Do they get 1, 2, or 3? Don't know. But if they take the time to go click on that link right there and go into my back office for the sample things, you can bet I'm going to send them something. Okay. So that's probably the biggest one that gets my samples out right now. Let me go post real quick the verbiage that I sent to the girl today that actually ordered. Hold on. Here we go. Well, good grief. It just blocked out. Hold on. Oh, let me just go ahead and see how many birthdays we did, how many follow-ups we did. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Why is it not letting me? Okay, I'll go back. I'll put it in here in just a second. Here's my next biggest thing that gets people samples, my new Thrivers. So just now, she just ordered. Here's what I'm going to do for her. Hey, Terry, guess what? I have 2 of those sample boxes that come with 3 days worth of Thrive for 2 of your friends. Who do you want them to go to? I don't ask for the whole referral thing. I don't talk like that anymore. I don't say any of that. Sorry, y'all, did that just cut out? My phone's picking up and listening to me. Okay. I just say, hey, Terry, I just want you to know I've got 2 of those free sample boxes that come with 3 days worth of Thrive for 2 of your friends. Who do you want them to go to? End of question, end of that. She's probably going to come back and she's going to say, oh, my friend Jen wants one and my mom wants one. Okay, great. give me their full name, their email, and their phone number first. She'll send that stuff to me. No, wait, no, I don't say that. I say, okay, great. What's their full name, their email, and their address? She'll send that information to me. What am I going to do? Create the free account, get the sample sent out, ready for them, right? But I can't create that free account without those people knowing it's coming, because they're going to get something from Lavelle and they'll be like, what the hell is this? It's exactly what they're going to be thinking, right? So as soon as she gives me their information, I pop her a message that says, hey, let them know this is coming. Okay, got it. They already know because they told me they wanted it. Great. I now have their full name. I know they're friends with her. Most likely they're friends with her on Facebook, right? So now I'm going to go friend request them. I'm going to go friend request Jen and Terry's mom. Guess what? Now I can do the group message. I can do the three-way chat. So now I'm going to go put Terry and that girl in a three-way chat, and I'm going to start my follow-up system. Now, I don't mind popping all of that in here, but I can't talk and pop it in at the same time. So I'll do that in just a second. But it's telling me Lunch and Grow's coming up in about 13 minutes. Okay, so here's the deal. I need my current paying customers to have their referrals. If I reach out to them and go, okay, so you know that you get 2 for free when you, or you get your products for free when you have 2 friends thriving with you. Who do you know that has the same issues as you? That could, that verbiage is great. And it worked, but it hasn't worked for me lately. So now I just ask them, I got 2 free samples to go out to 2 of your friends. Who do you want them to go to? Bam. Believe it or not, when I usually ask for the referral and I ask for all that information, they immediately go into, oh, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who would want it, because they're not a promoter, y'all. They don't know how to ask. They don't know how to reach out to. But usually when somebody has started thriving, people are noticing it. And they're like, oh yeah, let me send you my friend Susan's information. She'll get it with you. Those people don't ever call me. That doesn't work. I sent your phone number to my mom. She should be reaching out to you. She ain't going to. It ain't going to happen. So when I just ask for, hey, I've got this box for you, these 2 free samples for you. Who do you want them to go to? They give me their information, and then I start the whole process. That has been huge, y'all. And I can tell you that probably the last 4 trips that I've earned have all been off of referrals. All off of referrals. There are still people that get me to that whole Auto Bonus Elite for over a year now consistently that I had yet to meet ever. We are like, I feel like I know their life because I watch them on Facebook. All right. So the sample tracker has been a huge deal for me. So I get them from birthdays, I get them from posting my link, and I get them from my actual customers and sending them that. Let's see if there's any questions while I pull up this verbiage to send over to you guys.
And Susan, if you'll send those to me in Messenger too, I'll go drop it in comments underneath everywhere I posted this flyer, which is Team Thrive Nation and Sheila's team page and mine.
Okay.
So that way they'll just have it. I love your birthday message. That's brilliant.
Hold on just a second, because I'm trying to like pull up.
Kristen and Josh, do you mean where does she send the birthday messages?
I send it to them in Messenger.
Yeah, just Messenger from social media telling you whose birthday it is, right? I guess Facebook's the only one that tells us that.
Yeah, would I not love if Instagram started letting me know when people's birthdays were?
Oh, Lord have mercy. We would reach a lot of strangers that way. You know, people that follow us that we don't personally know. That would be fun. Mm-hmm. She asked, as far as an app, do you just use Messenger and just copy and paste that same message?
Yeah, right now I do, until our new app launches, and then it'll probably be in there.
Oh yeah, it's gold.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes. So I'm going to tell you guys something that I took away from what Susan said, which I've known this and I have not actually done it myself. Record how to take a sample correctly. Even if it's just a voice clip, or a video of yourself. But that is something that we are going to be able to upload into our new app, our own media, and be able to just text it directly from our app to customers or people, you know, potential Thrivers because they're sampling. Even just instructions on how to take Thrive. Even like they've ordered, they never sampled, they've got the order coming and you want to make sure they start it correctly. That's something that's going to be gold that I have it, you know, typed out and I send the same thing all the time, but I do not have a voice clip or a video of me explaining how to do it. Okay, there's a question. Is your video of you actually doing the 3 steps or are you just talking and showing the 3 steps?
I'm just talking and showing it to them.
Okay.
But that video is so old that I've had long blonde hair all the way up to short blonde hair to short dark hair, back to dark long hair, back to long blonde hair. So it's already like it's went full circle.
But nobody knows, nor do they care.
All right. So here's what I'm sending out y'all to all of these are just some of my follow-up messages today. So sorry, I had them in my notes. Okay. So the birthday message is great. They have to go and they have to fill out that link. That doesn't mean that you have to send them a birthday sample from that back office. You do not have to do that. I actually have physical samples, or Talon or Mike has sample credits available in their back office. I'll send them from there. So here is all of this. Now here's what I need them to do. I'm telling them how to log in because I need them to put their phone number and validate it in there. That's why I didn't ask for their phone number to begin with. I need them to do all that. And I need them to validate that address. Do I give them credits when they validate that? Yeah, look what it says, $10 in free credits towards your first order this month. Well, if they don't order this month, they don't usually get that, right? But probably I'm going to do some sort of promo. But this is to encourage them to do that real quick. This right here has been golden for me, works out great. They have their login information, all that. Okay, so now today, here's what I did. Happy Monday. So these are the people who were on my hot list, who were asking questions, who were trying to get in. This was my list of following up to them. I know we're not necessarily talking about that, y'all. This is just some samples or some sample scripts I sent out today to get them to order. A lot of these people were from samples. It worked. I know that I'm supposed to be focusing on samples. So I just wanted y'all to have that right there. The next part of that sample mail out, you know, they've got their information. I don't know if y'all have a customer group, if Starla has one or not, y'all, but it is so important that you connect them with a community. I know if Starla, do you have one?
Yes.
Okay, well, if you're not in my team or Starla's team, you're probably in Team Thrive Nation, and Team Thrive Nation has one. It's called Thrive 2.0 or something like that. I'd have to go look it up. But Maria has one that anybody can go in there. There's great information in there all the time. I steal stuff from there all the time and put it in my customer group. A lot of times I will post before and after stories in my customer group. Those people in my customer group have not all ordered, but let me tell you, when that promo launch this weekend, they were in there. Anybody who samples, anybody who's tried any of our products, but even if they have not ordered, they go in there so they feel that sense of community. So that's why that part is important, because maybe they just need to watch a little bit more. Maybe they need to watch a little bit longer. I will send Starla my instruction video, the video that I did, so that she can post in your team pages if you want to. Please don't use mine. Make your own. Let them see your face. Do not be perfect. You do not have to be perfect. I totally stole mine from Tiffany Deeroff, which is a girl on my team. So that worked out really well. All right, Starla, anything else you want me to cover over samples? Like there's plenty of ways that you can get those out. If you do not have samples, you do not have the sample credits, you don't have extra product in your thing closet like I do, here's what I'm going to tell you. You need to take some of your credits and order some extra products so that you can send out 1, 2, and 3-day samples. Something very important. And I tell them this, remember, this is just a sample. It's just a trial pack. It's like going to the gym for 1, 2, or 3 days. You're not going to come out with the results that you want in 1, 2, or 3 days. You might, mainly you're just going to be sore. Lavelle with Thrive, you may see some results, but you may not. I just want you to see how easy this product is. And that is very key that you share that with them up front, or the person you put them in the three-way chat shares that. Okay. I will tell you, I put one in there with Maria the other day, and she goes, so obviously you've been watching Susan, and you just need to forget about this 3-day sample and just go in and order the E60. Do you know that girl went in and ordered the E60, 60 days worth of Thrive, because Maria said that one sentence. Oh, you've been watching her. You know how she is. Get your sample in, but just go ahead and order so that you don't lack at any time. And I was like, okay, that was bold. It worked. I mean, it worked. It was crazy. So that's why the importance of those three-way chats are somebody else is just validating you. And guys, just don't give up if they don't order right away. It does happen that they do, but it doesn't always mean that they will, but at least it gives you somebody who's had this product in their system. Now, I'm going to go with Starlight. I am not a product of a sample either, and I usually have a love-hate relationship with them, but some months they work great, some months they don't. 3 months down the road, they work great, whatever. Okay. Oh, one more thing back to that, because y'all were about to have to jump off and jump on Lunch and Grow, because this girl today is amazing. If you don't have products, use some of your credits to get you some extra products. But my goodness, if your upline ever offers you a special, or there is a special like this, if there is a buy two, get one free, take advantage of it. Order it under your spouse or your kid or whatever, so you can get credits later on, or you can get the volume. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be under Susan. You can order it anywhere in your organization. Just order it. Take advantage of those specials. How sweet, girl. Do you order under her? I'm just anyway. Take advantage of those specials so you have that extra product to get your samples in. It is so important. And if you don't have them, when you're out on the street and somebody says, what is that patch? I'll be like, it's this. It's in this cute little box. They're awesome. All right, Starla, I gotta jump out.
So we have two of the little girls that are friends waving to each other. One's in California and then one's right here in Texas on my lap. I want to say one thing. Susan, thank you so much. You're amazing. You can hop off if you want to, because I know you got to go log in. We all need to get on Lunch and Grow. But I want to clarify, when you're doing the same thing all the time, and we want to be consistent in our activity, if you don't have the momentum you want, try something else. So if you do locals all the time, and you don't do samples, maybe this week throw out some samples, start offering samples and pop up a vendor event. Go look. You can find them anywhere. Do that this month. See if that gets you some new momentum, some new accounts, some new samplers, some new, people ordering. And then if that doesn't work, then next month you're going to do something different. You're going to go live on your Facebook every day for 7 days. Like, just always try something. So even though I don't regularly do samples, when I have a lull and I need to do something and build some personal momentum, that's when I throw out the samples. So it takes doing and trying everything. And then, like she said, sometimes it really, really works. And then sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you'll post a post asking for free accounts and you won't get any. Sometimes you'll get 20. You never know. So the other thing about customer groups, you guys, you only need to be on one customer group. So I know she just named a bunch. There's a bunch you can be on. If you want to get on one and follow it to have like post ideas and things like that, but do not confuse your customers and potential thrivers by adding them to Maria's customer group and Sheila's customer group and my customer group and every 200K customer group you can get your hands on. Your customers are going to be overwhelmed and they're going to be angry. We all know how hard it is to keep up with a bunch of groups. You just want to give them the info they need. So add them to your personally enrolled uplines 200K customer group. All right. Off of this one, on to the next one. Thanks you guys for showing up. I hope you found out some good info. We'll see you next week.